Building works for the new underground car park at Hobbs Lane were soon halted in 1972 when large quantities of human bones began to be unearthed. Initially, the police were called in, but it soon became evident that this was more an area for the expertise of archaeologists. After a year of careful research, it was discovered there were a total of 39 individual burials here, all dating from the middle of the 17th century. Ages at death range from early 20s to late 60s, but unusually, they were all female. Cause of death was difficult to establish, as all the bones showed signs of burning. Experts agreed that this was an ancient plague pit, and the bodies had been burned in an attempt to help stop the spread of the disease. However, there were a few dissenting voices, queries as to why only women had been buried here, and it was also claimed forensics actually showed that these women had in fact been burned while still alive. These questions were ignored. The remains were left in situ, covered with a protective layer of concrete, and work on the car park soon continued. However, progress was slow. Tools would go missing, paint tins would spill on the floor, lights would regularly flicker and fade. Something seemed to be hampering the work's progress. Soon things turned more sinister. One evening, two of the builders came across a shocking find. Disturbed by the apparent sounds of a child crying, they went to investigate. There, in a darkened corner, an indistinct black bundle could be seen. On closer inspection, they stepped back in horror. It was a cat. Or, to be more specific, the head of a black cat, which had been severed from its body and roughly sewn onto that of an enormous crow. Still alive, the poor creature was making the most piteous of noises. The two workmen ran from the car park in terror. Returning with some colleagues, they found the monstrous hybrid had disappeared. All that remained was a solitary jet black feather. A week later, both workmen were found dead in their homes, apparently from suicide. No obvious cause could be found, but oddly, in both their houses, all the mirrors had been broken. Police were heard to comment that the way the shattered glass had fallen was inconsistent with someone smashing at the mirror, appearing more to be the result of the mirror glass shattering in a forward direction. As though something had broken out, one officer was heard to mutter.